Hello everyone and welcome back to the vlog. The subject of today's episode are the modules I've studied. I am a believer in taking a multidisciplinary approach to career and profile building. And particularly I think this should hold true for IT personnel. In addition to the obvious, a firm basis in IT know-how, I think it's crucial to augment that with knowledge about how a business works, about processes and process tools, and about the world at large. In OU parlance, courses are known as modules, and they are typically offered in 30 and 60 credit chunks, each comprising a quarter and a half, respectively, of a full-time course of study. As I go through the different modules, you'll find that my studies are intended to support these latter three, as I at this point have over 10 years of practical experience in my field, as well as 3 years of school and another year and a half of apprenticeship before getting my craft certificate. I started my studies with the OU in October of 2012 with the module TU 100, My Digital Life. A 60 credit module, it should be fairly smooth sailing to anyone who has a background in IT. Although it is so varied and so broad that you are bound to hit stuff that you haven't covered. I enjoyed it a lot and found that a few of the holes in my knowledge were plugged, if at a very basic level, such as how asynchronous encryption works and how databases work. TU100 inspired a few blog posts, and a link to the category can be found in the description. Following on immediately from TU100, I studied B120, an introduction to business studies, over the summer. As a quick aside, don't do what I did. Studying through the summer sounds like a great idea, right? You get through your module quicker. Don't allow yourself a breather through the summer. Studying through the summer was no fun at all, I can tell you. B120 is exactly what it sounds like, an introductory course to business studies covering accounting, personnel management, and a number of other subjects related to business studies. It's a 30 credit module, and I found it well worth the effort. In the fall of 2013, I claimed 13 credits for my Microsoft certifications, rounding out my first year equivalent of studies. I also started my first second year module, M258, IT Project and Service Management. This one covered project management, teaching Prince 2, and service management, teaching ITIL. For what it was interesting enough, though I found that the approach chosen was a bit too theoretical, with not enough emphasis on the practical aspects of project and service management. Like TU100, M258 also inspired a few blog posts, and you can again find the link in the description if you're interested. Having learned my lesson, I had the summer of 2014 off, taking another 30 credit module in the fall, T227, Change, Strategy and Projects at Work. Building on the skills I learned the year before, this module was very interesting, and I focused a lot on the practical aspects of change management under ITIL. I learned a lot and I found it highly enjoyable. In the fall of 2015, I started my final second year module, T215, Communication and Information Technologies. Like TU100, this one is a very broad module, and we looked at storage, exploring and inquiry, creation and collaboration, as well as protecting your data and how people might pry at it. I found it a very interesting module, and I did fairly well as well. In the fall of 2016, I started my first third year module, TM353, IT Systems, Planning for Success. This module takes a macro view of IT systems and argues that IT systems must be seen as socio-technical systems comprising both technologies, organizations and people. So, there you have it. Those are the modules that I've studied up to now. I've got one left to claim my degree, and which one that is, well, I'm going to keep that little tidbit a secret of my own for the time being. As always, please leave any comments and questions down in the comment field, and do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video. Until the next time.